Hey guys, what's going on? And here we are for episode number 4 of the Norwich career mode. And today we're doing most of the January transfer window. I do believe is in this episode. I'm surprised I was able to cut it down to length. This is and all footage is over like an hour long, I want to say. And you can see we have to reject John Stones. Sadly, I mean, if he would have accepted first, maybe. I was actually thinking about, as you can see, Kurt Zuma also signs. I was thinking about maybe I can fit in Kurt Zuma, but I just didn't have enough money. Well, I did have enough money, but I thought, let's just focus on other areas. So I go after Angel Correa, my bad, Correa, and but this will be the last time you see him because by the time he actually accepts an offer, I will have already signed someone else. I'm gonna have to just go ahead and spoil that. We don't get Angel Correa, but I had to leave that in there. I was taking interest in him. I was also taking interest in Mbai Yang. I would have had enough for him no matter what, because I only offered him 3 mil. And then I was really depressed. I was like, Kurt Zuma could have been awesome. He's only 20, and I don't know. It was kind of like some regret, maybe. And you can see we sell Matt Jarvis for 2 million. I think that's a good little profit. I mean, we're not going to be using him that much. We already have a good left mid, and also we're going for Martial, who can help us out in as a striker, winger, whatever. But he is still early in the January transfer window, so he obviously just got to Man United like he did in real life. And we also go for Perez and Traore, but we won't be signing either of them either. I just want to leave to let you know I was taking interest in more than just a couple of people. And Mauro Icardi, I was really hoping we can get him because I think he'd be a great young player. He's also close to really growing a lot. And here also is Correa. It was difficult to even, try and sign him, really and truly. Icardi, I'm really trying to push for him at this point, and I'm just thinking, I'll give you anything you want. He said he wanted a bigger role, I gave him a bigger role, and then he wanted more money, I gave him more money. And so, this is our future star. Yep, that's right. Potential of 86. That's a future star if I've ever seen one. No, I'm kidding. I was actually really disappointed when that came back. I literally stopped, paused myself, and out loud said, bruh. No joke. I stopped myself and just, And here's the guy we signed instead of Correa, is, Mauro Icardi, who's done pretty well at Inter Milan. And I really, really like him in real life. And now in this game, we can get him. And here's Jorge Miller. I don't know necessarily how to say his name, but we do actually have to end up rejecting Correa. And these guys I was able to get because, they're young, not worth that much. They have low wages. And so it's just really easy to get more and more depth for, the future. And here we are in a game versus Crystal Palace. In this game, I was very high expectations around this game. It's Mangala's debut, and so is Icardi's. And now we got, got a different lineup in. And above all else, the first day of the BPL, one of the biggest days of the season until about the end, or a cup game or something. But this is where you show to the rest of England what you have to offer. Which, about the first 5 to 10 games really don't matter that much, unless you're a team that builds a really big lead. But there's the main guy, Mangala, who he signed for 14 million maybe, right around there, 12 million, 11, something like that. And there was their big sign. I think his name is Kabaye from a PSG or PSV, one of them. I hate to be so incorrect, but just kind of. But he was their new sign. They signed him for around 8 to 9 million, I want to say. I literally just saw the graphic, but was not able to read it quick enough. And so I didn't know necessarily what to do for the lineup, so I replaced Jerome with Icardi and let Mbonkani. I'm going to give him another chance. His finishing was better, so I thought, Jerome had a couple of shaky finishes, except for the one that actually got us the win in the first game of last episode. But other than that, it was pretty much shaky for the entire team. And Palace started off with the ball, but we soon, right on 18 minutes, we draw a pin at the kickoff, and it was he tried to cross it in, and then it just got headed away. And then he tried to go for a long shot, but then just the football went out of the stadium. And here's Icardi with his first chance with Norwich, and it gets hit away, parried by the keeper. Nice job by Speroni there. And here on the attack once more, and Bonkany, who is, rather impressive. He's going after every ball, being very high attacking. And Icardi was in the box all day. He was getting touches, but literally no one was open, and they were packing it in. They were so good at going to midfield to packing it in so quick, and it was so hard when we got into the box to do anything at all. And Bonkany, you see, had to take those shots. And the post was not our friend today. Keep that in mind today in this episode. The post was not our friend. It's never your friend, really, but for us especially in this one. And we get a pin here right outside the box, and then we cross it with Nathan Redmond, and the boy Houlihan, just so close to getting that in the top of the net, but it just goes too far over the top. One of our few chances, and there's the man again in Bonkany. This is why I'm playing him, or keeping him in the first team over Jerome. Jerome's obviously on the bench. But he was just so good at getting into the box, keeping the ball, putting pressure on the defenders when normally the defenders are supposed to put pressure on the strikers. But here off the corner, off of the missed shot. We ended up getting another corner after this, but nothing happened. I just decided to cut it out so I can get other stuff in it. But here they are at the end of the first half with MacArthur going down the wing. Swings it in, but scary, scary situation. Ruddy with an amazing save. I wish they would have shown a replay of it, but wow, I was so impressed. That's when I said, no goalkeeper needed. I literally said it out loud, no goalkeeper needed. But, they cross it in, nothing happens, rebound goes out, and they corral the ball. It's now in their possession. They try to pass it up, but he was offsides, and that would be the end of the half. Nothing really, obviously nothing happened because it was the end of the half. But we would start out with possession here, and immediately we start attacking. We get deep into the box, and it seemed like we were always within attacking range, but never. It was really hard to actually get a successful attack. Redmond's was a little bit too much curve on the cross, just stuff like that, just the little things that really, really hurt us today. And Zaha tries to swing it in, not really successful. But that little 1-2 between MacArthur and his teammate there was scary. Him and I don't know how he's gonna, but anyway, it was just they would get so many chances and they get so scared. But our defense was our defense was pretty good. Mangala was huge today. He honestly was. I'm not just saying that because I just signed him, but he was huge. He was very, very effective, not only in this game, but also the next one that we play against Sunderland. But, for these corners especially, he's able to head all of them away. Anytime they get within the box, he's right there to take it away, and he's just massive. He's a huge improvement compared to what we had. And they're attacking once more. Ledley through to Cabaye. And Cabaye, his finishing's not great, and thankfully it's not great because Ruddy had the ability to save that, and Ruddy was huge today as well. And they just seem to, keep possession, how the CPU does, where they value possession over shots, and they want to keep the ball at their feet. You can see very good passing here, nice build up. And Ledley goes for shot, it gets blocked, falls to Wickham, he goes for shot. Or goes for goal, and it goes over the top of the crossbar, and it would be for a goal kick. Now here's our guy Brady, who we gave complete control to on the left mid, getting rid of Jarvis, so that way he would have nothing to worry about. He was quiet today, not gonna lie to you, he was quiet, but he didn't really have much chances as the ball really wasn't going to him that much. Durant, who we brought in as a substitute, got into the box, but nothing happened. And here's a Bonkany. I thought maybe a Jerome goal, and everybody thought, I thought that should have been in there. Oh my goodness, I just didn't know how to feel about that. I could have swore that it was in. I mean, I was just in shock. I didn't know how to feel about that. And I felt like that was our chance. I felt like it should have been a goal. But it was so close. I even myself had to go into replay. You'll see a screenshot of it here in just a second, just to see how close it was. Just a centimeter more of the ball into the goal. As you can see, just look at how close it is. A little over half the ball is still outside and still on the plane. This isn't you know, NFL or the NCAA where you can just have to break the plane and that's it. You actually have to, get the entire ball across the plane. Anyway, we're trying to sign yet another young defender. We do, and now we have to jump into the game here against Sunderland. This game, the first half, I will admit, was very, very, very uneventful. For about the first 40 minutes of the game, it seemed like nothing happened, and then the second half, it really got turned up. The intensity turned up, and this was a very entertaining game as far as the second half is concerned. They were constantly attacking, doing very good defensively, taking away all of our passing opportunities. Very difficult to get into the box against this team. And our finishing being as shaky as it is, it didn't matter if we got into the box, it just wasn't going to happen. Or at least that's what it seemed like anyway. And here's their lineup, looking pretty good for Sunderland. I mean, Manane was... I watched his game the other day. I forget who it was against, and it was against Chelsea. Or Arsenal, was one of the two. I don't know why I can't tell the difference, but I remember he was just amazing. But that's who I was really scared about. Because I didn't think our finishing being very shaky, very shady as well, just very not good. And having that good of a keeper, I was really scared going into this game. But I thought, we could probably get out of here with a win. I would like to say 60-40 in our favor. And there's the man, Icardi. Did not really make a huge splash in the first game, his debut. But hoping to make a bigger impact here in the second game. And they start off immediately with Larson swinging in a ball, connecting with Ndoye. Ndoye to Lenz. And this is just, that just shows you how uneventful this game was in the first half. The first 40 minutes, nothing happens. And then the one attack they get, Ndoye puts it away in the top of the net. That was the only chance of the half. That was the only chance of the first half for either team. So I didn't bother leaving anything in. And then here's Icardi. I'm thinking, I don't necessarily know where to attack from with him. Maybe an outside shot. He ends up passing it instead into the Houlihan, Houlihan has he's guaranteed himself first team play over Naismith, obviously, unless he gets injured. But he's been really good these past couple of games. Really impressed with him. Always in the box, always making something happen. And Redmond passed away, but anyway. And Bonkany now has it. Bonkany into Icardi. And Icardi gets taken out from behind here. A penalty in a nice spot. We've been in the same situation, just on the opposite side of the box. And I'm thinking as this is going, as they start talking about the Swansea game, I don't know who to put on it, so I'm just like, here, we'll let Nathan Redmond take it. Never taking a penalty like this. But it still goes top left corner. I was on my feet. I didn't know what to do. It was amazing. I've never really scored a goal like that from a penalty kick anyway. Or a free kick, whatever, a setup. That's all I wanted. All I care about is that it went in the net. Beautiful top left corner. Manane didn't have a chance. I don't think anyone could have saved that except for maybe Neuer. Seriously, that was a beautiful strike. Goes over top of the wall, dips into the top left corner. Just a beautiful goal to tie it up. Oh, goodness, I was so happy with that goal. Nathan Redmond is still the number one guy for us. Icardi coming in, being the new number one as far as overall, but Redmond was making stuff happen. And then there's another penalty against Sunderland. They were very, very scrappy today. It was just, I don't really necessarily know how to explain it to you, but they were going for every slide tackle. There were more slide tackles in this game than any other game I know of that I've played. And it was just, like I said, it was very, very scrappy. That's the only way I can really explain it. And here we are in the 70th, close to the 70th minute. Icardi, that's what I was afraid of if we got a shot on target. There's Manane there, who's very, very good goalkeeper, at least in my opinion. And Icardi could have had his first goal maybe against, a Mignolet or a lesser goalkeeper, but Manane really showing his potential not only in the game but also in real life. Considering he's not that old, I want to say he's only 24 or 25, something like that. And now here they are here towards the 80th minute. we're, constant pressure. That's the name. That was our game plan. Constant pressure on him. Basong was doing a good job of that. Malumbu here, trying to put some pressure on Larson. He chips it in, tries to chip it in, and just nothing was happening there. And then Naismith pretty much blocks it off to where they couldn't go after the ball. And Bonkney goes up for Jerome, and then the usual substitutions came in. And by the way, what I forgot to mention is that we were trying something else, and Naismith, as many know, has many secondary positions, if you want to say it. So in this entire game, we had Naismith at left mid and Houlihan at cam. If we could run this lineup, I think I'm just going to run this lineup more often because it was so effective. He was playing perfect balls into Cameron Jerome and Icardi. And this is not at all how I wanted this to go. I wanted that to go to Houlihan, who was right there. And then he ends up getting his chance from a pass from Icardi. And Manane puts everything on the line. And I mean everything. You could see it right there. Talk about the will to win. And here's the last chance of the game. Redmond with the corner. He scored the goal earlier. Can he have an assist? Not to be, as Basong hits it just a little too hard. And it goes over top of the net. Just came that close to getting our first win in the BPL. We're still unbeaten, no 2 draws. I mean, would I have preferred a win? Of course. I definitely could have. I still think we could have got one in that Crystal Palace game. We need to get the ball into Redmond's feet more often. Maybe his positioning's a little not so great where he's still a young 21-year-old. But anyway, we still have to kind of force the ball to our wings. And I don't know what I want to do yet. According to this, I really want to keep Naismith at the left mid and bring Brady off the bench, but I don't know yet. We're going to find that out in the next episode. I don't know, but anyway, got a lot of tough decisions. Still a good bit left of the January transfer window. I think it's just the 15th of August, and we got half a month left to go. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Come back for more tomorrow, maybe even tonight. I don't know yet. But if you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. Thank you, and peace.